Word, son, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Devon. All right, before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, we can hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I know in the last video where I talked about UFC 4 and all the shortcomings and how just EA's version of UFC just hasn't scratched the itch of everybody that had UFC Undisputed 3, especially in the ground game. Now, combat standard wise, I will say it has been improved, but it's still hit or miss. But the ground game just has not been perfected. So right now, what I want to show you here is you got Rampage Jackson, you got Sugar Rashad Evans. So as you can see, I'm moving around. I'm literally moving him around, to get him in a position to where I can dominate the ground. Now, at the same as that time, while I'm doing all this moving around, I can move. Rashad Evans can also move around too. I got two controllers connected, but I want you to show, how either side can control. But most of the time, the one who's in the most dominant position is the one who's be able to move him around. So, on here you can sway your head just like you can do UFC 4. So if you don't want them to do that, you can always pin them up against the cage you see here, and then soften them up with a little bit of this, a little bit of a little bit of that, and then then if I want to, I can get into a posture up position, and I can hold the left stick up at any time and land a hard shot on him, or land something hard on him. But at the same as that time, if you realize, don't mind the warning, but if you ever notice how sometimes you can't really necessarily posture up because he's stuck like this most of the time, and then only time that you go back down is like maybe after a 4 or 5 second window, he'll go back down to that. So any time where he's postured up or he can posture up, you can always hold the left stick and you can hold him so he can't posture up or get a good position to land a hard shot. I can still land a shot, but it's not as effective as if I let him go and I was doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So of course, over time, it'll start to drain down and you're not able to land a hard shot on him. But you're able to do that. You're able to hold him if you want to, and please do not mind that warning. I don't know why it keeps popping up, but you're able to hold him at any given time that you want to make sure that he doesn't get a good shot on you. And then at the same as that time, in UFC 4, whenever you're on the ground, in UFC 4, for some strange reason, they feel like, you sit like this the entire time, and then you just wait for a guy to transition, and then you flick the left stick or you hold the left stick to the point where, he's not able to move. And you can do the same thing, they'll do that, saying whatever the case may be. But, if you don't want him to transition or you're trying to hold him from transitioning, you can lock up on him. And if I try to transition, I'm not able to do anything. I'm able to do this just by doing that. But on UFC 4, if you were to hold it, that literally makes it to where you're not able to deny any of his transitions, which this is denying his transition in Undisputed 3. But when you're doing this on UFC 4, you're giving up the ability to be able to deny his transition or be able to reverse it. So, anytime that, you don't want him to try to get one off, pause, you just hold him down. That's literally what you do. You just hold him down. He's not able to move. You know what I mean? So, small things like that. And like I said, I can always move him around and stuff like that. Now, let's just say I do this right now. Like I said, you can use the cage to your advantage to pin him up to where he can't move how you want. Now, let's just say I have him to stun him. Now, let me get him in a spot where I can stun him. Now, I got him in a spot where I can stun him. Okay, well, unfortunately, they move too fast. So I got him in a spot where I can stun him, but that little spot where I can stun him at right there we go. That little spot where I can stun him at, and then mind you, he can also move left or right or whatever, however he wants to move. And I'm trying to get him by the cage closer. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. At any given point in time, I can always just do this to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same as that time, when you're in this position, I can always hold him too, hold him closer to me, so I'm not able to get shots off like I want, or not get them as strong as I want. You understand what I'm saying? But of course, over time, eventually it's going to get to a point where he gets drawn down. He's not able to hold me all the time. But like I said, every position that you're in, you have the ability to still try to hold him down, even in the full mount. Which this is critical, because if he gets mounted up on you and he's postured up, he's able to get something off you. But as you can see, I'm holding him to make sure that he doesn't get one off until I can figure out how am I going to get out of this position. You know what I mean? I can't posture up. I can't transition out of none of this stuff. Like, there's literally nothing I can do. Now, of course, at times, the buttons will always, sometimes not buttons, but sometimes the characters and their body animations and stuff like that. As you can see, it's supposed to be both hands behind his head, but you can't really necessarily tell because, you know, his hands just having to move or get morphed to a different spot. And that's what I thought was kind of cool about UFC, because sometimes, like, you know, they didn't make it to where everything was super duper animated to the point where it had to be in this critical spot every time. Like, sometimes, you know, if your guard was up or whatever, you started shots that come through the guard even when you had your guard up, you know what I mean? So, you know, the ground game in UFC 2 was amazing, to say the least. It was very, very amazing. So, like I said, back to the round again. You know, you can always hold him in any given time. You know, whatever the case is, didn't matter the position. I can go, this is full guard, do side control. I can hold him here. You know what I mean? Make it to where he's not able to transition. You know what I mean? I still can't posture up at all. You know what I mean? But let's just say if I did want to posture up, right? All right, so I'm postured up now. Here we go. Now I can hold him. I can hold him just like I did on the last one. Can't posture up like I want. Can't get my shots off. You know what I mean? There's barely anything that I can do. But as you can see, my guy's starting to get a little worn out trying to hold me. You know what I mean? Eventually he'll let go, and then I'm lighting him up. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, if you need to hold him for whatever you need to do, it's to try to get him to calm down, because you have fighters that are ground and pound junkies on the ground. You see what I'm saying? So if I ever have the opportunity to hold him or do whatever I need to do and try to posture up or do anything, whatever it is I'm trying to do, and there's really nothing I can do, of course, as you can see, I start getting a little tired out. Then I let him go. Then while I posture up, I'm lighting him up all day long. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, just things like that, man. It really shows the shortcomings of EA. You know what I mean? It really shows it. Even here, when I'm not postured up, I can still hold him, make sure he doesn't go anywhere, or he doesn't try to transition. You see what I'm saying? I can't transition nowhere. I can still land shots on him. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's mostly for, you know what I mean? Then right here, you see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. UFC Undisputed 3 has a better ground game than UFC 4, and that says a lot. You know what I mean? That really says a lot about UFC's the EA iteration of UFC. It says a lot about, you know, how they stand or where they stand on their product when it comes down to all areas of the game. Which the stand up, not gonna lie to you, it's a bit arcadey. It's a bit not arcadey, but archaic on PS3 and the 360 iteration of UFC. But you know, but as far as the ground game goes, ground game is just completely flawless. UFC, EA's iteration of it, it just has not come close to this. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. This is a bit of a kind of a crash course video on the UFC's on the ground game between EA and Undisputed. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate love and support y'all for showing the videos, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But we're going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.